So picking up the game after they scored to go 1-0, they definitely been the better team than Impact. Number 10 had numerous chances already, just didn't put them away. And they get the rare header goal. I mean, it seems like Impact has a lot of the same issues we have. This kid runs over. Royce closes it down, doesn't rush in. You've got the little kid over here on the touchline, but the center mid is covered. I think he tried to play it into him, even though number 10 was right on him. Bad touch. Goes out to the 10, who switches it. Nice interception. Unlucky. A lot of work down the right side to that kid. But they have ability on both sides. The wingbacks will have to be on their toes. That's their man, so the player on our left side and the back five, that's their assignment, and then the player on the right will be on Royce or whoever they have over here. Nice play there by the 10. Actually, it clears out. Tristan doesn't go to the ball. So, similar to teams we faced in the past, they seem to turn into almost a 3-back. When in possession, which is something we could look like, not against this team, but against inferior opponents. That's a bit of a rash challenge there. He might have got away with one. And they go pretty fast in transition. Once they get the ball, the front players for Tejanos, the forwards, all go up almost in a straight line. So we should be able to stop that because of how many we have in the line, and they're honestly going to have less time to get those quick breaks because of how we're set up. Because Impact tried to give them a game. They tried to just, it seems like, play their normal way, and it ended up costing them. But the long ball is something that we definitely need to use more this game, simply because that's how we're set up. to play the long ball game. I do think we could combine some good passes with the players we will have in the middle, but at times we just need to send it up to the front too, and then we can pressure from there and get up from there. Something else I mentioned is that they're very tall in the back. They're not slow either, but just their build is an advantage to our smaller, more technical players. So being brave, similar to this kid here, and dribbling it once you get to the area can lead to penalty kicks. Hopefully we get a good ref assignment for all three refs for essentially the biggest game of the season. Um, can't have goal kicks being called when it hits the post. But yes, we need to be able to take them on and win. Try to win those. If it's the shot's there, take the shot. Don't over dribble. But know that I think we can win some fouls inside and outside of the box. But a penalty kick is a huge chance because against a team like this, we're not going to have many chances. They're going to have more of the ball, they're going to have more shots. We have to be more clinical. And we have to limit mistakes. We're going to make some, but it cannot be as bad as Phoenix, or this game's going to be over in 35 minutes. Good try by that shorter kid. And they just kick it out of bounds. And really, the 10 has had some pretty poor passes. When he tries to switch the play, he kind of just lobs it up. That's not bad by impact there. That's actually pretty good. That's good defense. Double teaming him. He just gets away. That's a horrible clearance, which leads to nearly a goal. So they make some changes, and so far it's not that bad. I mean, score wise, it's only one so far. But they definitely could have three or four. Tejanos, that is. Nice pass into the 10. Good job. They surround him with three. Good turn here. Just bad pass into Tristan. This kid swinging a miss. Eventually gets it over. Tristan does well, and even though that didn't end up well, Murray received the ball, he took it down the line, but he also gave the team time to move up. That's something that our forwards will have to do at times, is hold it up to let us get up the field. If we don't play it quick or play it long, they're going to have to hold it up and give us time to move up. That kid is pretty fast over there on the right. Whips it in. Good claim by the goalie. In front of the number 11. That's just a good finish by the striker. Touch out of the feet. Curls it into the corner. Kind of a weird dive by the goalie. Might have saw it late. That's not bad defense. It's just better offense there. Oh dear. Seems like Impact was playing similar to us against Phoenix. It's a horrible kickoff. He just drops it to no one. That's something else we need to work on, along with goal kicks and punting. Oh, that's a nice flick by the little guy. Good dribbling by the 8 here. And eventually gets it out of bounds for their ball somehow. But I want them to know they're going to have a game from the first minute. I do not want them to be able to push us around or feel like it's just a training session. If we did our job, there's going to be yellow cards on both sides of the field. Now, I'll make sure to go over it. The players need to be smart, know the limits, know the ref's bar, of what you can and can't do, but I want this to be the most physical game we've played. Great finish. As might be the number 8 here. Picks it up, little chip over that huge guy to Tristan, who has a nice finish into the corner to bring it back to 2-1. And he runs to go get the ball. The same thing we can do through the air, through the ground as well. I don't know how much we'll get that ball over that kid. That was like perfect. Because that guy is really tall. And a very good finish by Tristan. But they for sure lean to play on the right more than the left. They definitely try to pass it to that kid more than the left side. Not that the left can be asleep, but our players can kind of know, at least from this, that that's what they tended to do. I don't know if they felt like they had a better matchup there or if they just like passing to that kid more. Impact coaches were pretty vocal, at least when the game was pretty close. Nothing bad from them, just louder. The Tejanos coach was quiet for most of the time. A big thing for this game, or for our game against Tejanos, is we have to believe from the start. Like, I don't even remember much of what happened. I just remember we got beat really bad last season against them. And that game was for, I believe, first place. This nice touch there. This season, our matchup with them is not for that when it's being played. And they're coming off a blowout against us last time. So I'm hoping, similar to teams in the past, that they take us lightly. And obviously we're not taking them lightly. But we have to believe that we can win. Everyone has to buy in. We cannot give up or think it's over before we even step on the field. Because with this game, anything can happen. I mean, our last game, I think, and I know, or every player should believe or think, I know some of them do, that we're the better team than Phoenix. We just lost that day. I mean, it even happens at the professional level. You'll have teams even from lower divisions, not even the bottom of the table, but divisions lower, beat higher division teams. Which technically it would be what we're doing, because they're not going to be in the Arlington League next season. But Impact did pretty good, 2-1, but could have been a lot worse. But hopefully from these videos, and this one's about to end, you can at least look at how they play, some things they do. And I would focus on, similar to if you watch the pro game or any game, your position. Now, neither team's playing 5 back, but you can still look at the outside backs or the mids or the forwards. What are they doing? What's around them? How does the other team handle that? Yes, focus on Tejanos more, as that is the next opponent and the superior opponent to Impact. But I think we can do it. We just have to play our best game. and we cannot make the same mistakes we did last time.